Welcome to Harrah's, Laughlin, Nevada. Yeah, there's no view. All right, guys, we are in Harrah's in Laughlin, Nevada. It's our first time in Laughlin. This is somewhere I've been actually kind of wanting to check out for a while. I've heard a lot of interesting things about it. If you're not familiar, we are, yes, in Nevada. We are about an hour and a half or so drive from Las Vegas. We are on the Colorado River, so I believe the other side is Arizona. We actually flew into Bullhead Laughlin Airport, I'm pretty sure it's called, which is, I think, technically in Arizona, but yeah, still very close to Laughlin. It was about a 10-minute bus ride from here. We are here through a charter through Caesars Rewards Air, so thank you very much, Caesars, for hooking this up for us. I'm just gonna go out on a limb though and say I kind of hate this room so far, but I'm gonna get into a little bit why that is. So like I said, we are here through a charter, so this is gonna be a room tour of this room. We are in the North Tower in a king. There's no view. What I booked though was a South Tower King River view. They did none of those things really, because the view is of a parking lot, which I will show you momentarily. Yeah, just kind of frustrated because, you know, my thought is, why even give me the option to book that other room? I kept seeing after the fact that they acknowledged I booked that, but gave me the style room anyway. And, you know, multiple channels tried to communicate and say, hey guys, this isn't the room I booked. Can I get the room I actually booked? And basically got the run around and said, you know, when you get there, you can try and switch it, which we tried to do. Well, all of a sudden they're saying, no, we're booked though. Yeah, well, you were booked by me back in what, 5 months ago? Anyway, I know I'm rambling. I'm just frustrated. I just got off of a 4.5-hour flight. I'm a little frustrated. Let's do a room tour anyway. I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I'm tempted to rent a car and drive an hour and a half to Vegas right now, but we're not gonna do that. We're in Laughlin, we're here for 4 nights. There will actually be a separate video of what we got up to. So there's fun stuff to do in Laughlin. It's river tours and things like that. There's other casinos here too. Even when we got at the airport, I saw the Laughlin Strip and I was excited. So yeah, I'm gonna try and put a positive spin on this. I'm frustrated at the room. There's no safe in here, you guys. There's no safe. Anyway, room tour, starting now. So as you first walk in, not that thrilling. There's an overarching smell of cottage, kind of a bit of a dampness, bit of an oldness. The hallway is very motel-esque. Not loving it so far, but anyway, we'll continue in the bathroom. Now, there are some redeeming qualities to the bathroom. Very spacious countertop, which I love. Almost like not granite, maybe granite actually. It's not a bad countertop. You have the halo lighting on the mirror, which again, impressed with. You also do have singular items that aren't, the communal stuff, which is kind of nice to see. It's bodyography, very standard, a lot of Caesars properties. The shower is not bad, actually. It's quite spacious. You do have this glass sliding doors, no shower curtain, so I'm happy about that. You do have some communal stuff in here. Aurora body wash and Aurora shampoo conditioner. Purity and refresh. So maybe that'll give a nice little purity and refresh to the odor in the room. So crossing our fingers for that. Otherwise, you have your standard stuff. Here's some more towels, toilet paper, stuff like that. And I'm so sorry I'm being negative. Maybe it's because I'm just kind of tired and I'm annoyed about the room situation. But I'm gonna try to turn that frown upside down and continue on. You also do have a hairdryer, so you don't need to worry about bringing a hairdryer. Here's your closet. So everything is just there. It is on a raised little step there. I'm not really sure why that is, but once again, no safe, which I find really bizarre. There's an ironing board, luggage rack, a decent amount of hangers. You got 8 hangers in there, which is, sufficient, I think, for the most part. Most people are probably coming here for a weekend sort of thing, so you probably don't need a ton of hangers. Anyway, it brings us into our bedroom area. So there is a king size bed, oddly enough, 3 pillows. I don't understand in what world that makes sense. So I did actually call housekeeping. I said, can we get an extra pillow? There's only 3 in here. She's like, I'll bring you 2 extra. I'm like, honestly, 1 is fine. Just 1 more pillow. To me, 2 and 2 makes sense. Why would you get 3 pillows? I don't understand it. I just don't get it. Anyway, there's 3 pillows. You can definitely see that the furniture is showing its age a little bit. Some of these lamps, for example, were even unplugged when we first came in. Now, whether it's because the cleaning staff were using the plugs for vacuuming, somebody was using it for their charger, I don't know. But anyway, it was unplugged, but everything's plugged in. As I said, it's pretty dinged up and everything, but to be expected, I guess, in a resort like this. Let's do just a sit down test. Okay, so I sunk in pretty deep. So we'll see how I sleep in here. See if it's okay. It's a little sunken in. What else is sunken in is this door. It doesn't close properly. But, okay, there you go. You do have to give it a little bit of a lift and it'll close. There is a mini fridge though, so I do have to give some points there. There is a mini fridge, so you can throw your stuff in there. If you've got leftovers, drinks, things like that. There is a mini fridge. Oh, see, there you go. You gotta lift it, then it can shut. This drawer also doesn't shut, so. But yeah, you'd think if they didn't have the, safe in there, they'd be in one of the drawers. No, there is no safe, just some drawers. Now, if you are a Caesars aficionado, you probably recognize these lamps. I'm pretty sure these are in Atlantic City, if I'm not mistaken. Probably in some other properties in Vegas, even if I'm assuming, but definitely in Atlantic City. You do have a coffee machine. So not my favorite style coffee machine. It's one of those ones that you have like a little tray that you can put in there. So it's one less thing you gotta clean without having the tray, but even still, if you look in here, these are never really kept the cleanest. You can always see some kind of like rigmarole in there. So, but you got, again, I don't know the rules of 3. Is it a Laughlin thing? You have 3 coffee cups, you have 3 coffee kits, and you have 3 pillows. Is 3 lucky? Maybe? I guess because 4 is bad luck in like Asian culture. Maybe that's why we're doing that. I don't know. Anyway, the one thing I did notice when we first walked in, the AC is AC in. It is nice and cool in here. We are here in the summertime in Laughlin, which everyone says is like the worst time to come. It's like 45 degrees Celsius outside, like 110 Fahrenheit. It is hot. Like as soon as we got off the plane, it was like very mucho spicy. I will say though, AC's working, that's cool. Once again, the view I'm disappointed of because, the big thing that you know about for Harrah's is, if you hit the view of the Colorado River. I can see a sliver of it right here. What I'm mainly looking at is the other tower, which I'm pretty sure is the that is the central tower. So I can see the central tower there. I can see the south tower over there, which apparently has some of the better views and some of the better rooms. And the parking lot. I mean, if I look over there, there's a Harrah's convenience store I can see off in yonder, which, and parking garage basically. So not the best view. And like I said, that's what sort of frustrates me and disappoints me a little bit is that I booked something specific based on doing my own research. So I researched, what are the better rooms here, why they are better rooms, and one of the things that was specific was the South Tower. I'm pretty sure it's adults only. The Central Tower and the North Tower, I'm pretty sure are family friendly, which, I don't want to deal with kids. I'm not gonna lie. I'm on vacation. I want to just chill. I don't want to deal with kids. But not only that, but also, I'm pretty sure the South Tower is the only one that has safes in the room. So I'm pretty sure the Central Tower and the North Tower do not have safes. And I can confirm this room does not have a safe. Unless it's hidden somewhere and, they're keeping it extra safe, there's no safe in here. So that really annoys me. The view really annoys me. Yeah, there's just a few things that are kind of frustrating me right now. Like I said, it could also be the fact that I just got off of a 4.5 hour flight. It's late at night, I'm tired, and I don't know, but I'm not overly thrilled at the moment. So when we did try to change the room, he did offer us a couple of different options. So we could have stayed in this particular tower in a suite, but it would have been, I think, an extra 80 something a night, which quite honestly, looking at this room, I'm glad we didn't do, because I imagine it would basically just be this room with like a couch or something. We were offered a room in the South Tower, no view though, for an extra 20 something a night, I think. So he did say, sit tight this week for tonight, see what's available for tomorrow. Maybe we can, move tomorrow and deal with, hopefully a better room. Crossing my fingers, but otherwise I guess we'll probably sit tight. It is late. We're probably just gonna go throw some money in the casino for a little bit and probably get some sleep, get an early night tonight and start fresh tomorrow. But anyway, that is gonna do it, I think, for this video. If you guys are curious what we get up to in Laughlin while we're here for 4 nights, like I mentioned, heading home on a Sunday very early. Yeah, just make sure you subscribe and stay tuned for that video. If you guys have any questions or any comments, any things you want to bring up, or any advice you want to share with other travelers to Laughlin, please do not hesitate to leave those below. It's helpful to other travelers, so they probably say any questions or concerns that you guys have. It's also really helpful for me because any interaction you guys have with my channel, whether you're liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing, it all helps YouTube algorithm. If you're not subscribed, I ask that you please consider subscribing to the channel. Totally free for you. It really helps me keep delivering this free content to you. I stay in rooms like this for you guys. So please consider subscribing to the channel. Once again, some Daniel Spotlight. Viva Laughlin. I'm gonna put a positive, face on now, and I'm gonna enjoy this trip. Whether Harrahs likes it or not, whether this room likes it or not, I'm gonna enjoy this trip. So let's get to stay on the spot, right? We'll see you next one. Bye.
Several days later.
Okay, if you've stuck around this long in the video, thank you. This is gonna be not a retraction. This is gonna be I have more information and I can make a more informed decision about my thoughts of Harrahs. First of all, I still don't really love this room. We did try to move rooms the next day, and long story short, didn't work out. But anyway, we stuck it out. There's things I still don't like about this room. There's no safe. It's loud. There's families here now. Waiting for elevators is a pain, etc. Will say though, the AC is phenomenal. Kept us nice and cool, especially with all the heat coming from outside. That being said though, everybody we've dealt with at Harrahs or Laughlin in general have been amazing. The hospitality we've received here has been just really impressive overall. I stand by the fact, like I said, that I don't love the room. I was maybe judging a little harshly when we first got here, just because out of frustration that, you know, it's not what I booked. And I booked this months in advance. So, you know, to me, it's like, why give me the option of booking a certain type of room if it's not going to be available? Anyway, is what it is. That's done now. We survived. But yeah, just all in all, had a great time in Laughlin in general. Had a great time at Harrahs. You know, the pool, the beach, the restaurants, everything. We just had such a great time here. Can't speak more highly of Laughlin. You know, I've been telling everybody back home, gotta come and check it out. You know, great, just a great place to be. Just everyone's been so nice. Everyone's been super friendly and yeah, just hospitable. That's the best way to describe how our interactions with everybody. Everybody's just been very hospitable. This is how I wish more places that we visited were like. You know, we go to Vegas a lot, we go to Niagara Falls a lot, we go to a lot of tourist places a lot. And we spoke to somebody actually, I believe in Pioneer, and Pioneer Casino over there, and she was even saying the same thing. Like, we told her, you know, everyone here's been super friendly and just great, and she said the same thing, that like, well, you know, what if you're not going to be hospitable, what's going to bring people back? We want people to come back, and we'll definitely, hopefully, be back. You know, I definitely plan on it. So if you'll have me, of course, Laughlin, if you're not going to judge my harsh words earlier about the room, you know, too harshly. But anyway, thank you for sticking around. Thank you for watching this. I'm going to have a video of my, you know, all our experiences, what we got up to in Laughlin while we've been here the last 3-4 nights. And with that, I'll bid you adieu for real this time. So thank you for watching. If you're, you know, I'm not going to do all the YouTube stuff again because we already did that. Thanks for sticking around this long. We'll see you next one. Bye.